trouble. You niggas in trouble. Niggas in trouble.
It's getting a little spicy nowadays in the gaming world. You know, Nintendo finally has some competition on their hands, and that is going to be Valve of all people. Valve has went out recently and they have announced the Steam Deck. They actually announced it the same day that Nintendo Switch OLED was announced, and they even dropped pre-orders on the same day that Nintendo Switch OLED was dropped as well. So this is a direct competitor to Nintendo Switch, there's no doubt about that. The Steam Deck is going to provide a lot of insane crazy things. It's basically a Nintendo Switch, but you're able to turn it into a computer with the included dock. So that's going to be an absolute insane experience. If you guys and gals don't know, I mean, Valve and Steam, they hold a lot of crazy games that you can play that are not available on Nintendo Switch, and they're even going to attempt to play current gen games. I mean, they're playing games like Guilty Gear Strive on the thing. That game's gonna run insane. It's gonna be crazy trying to play it on the go, and it's just already being pushed out. It's going to be releasing this year. It's going to be releasing in December, with multiple waves appearing in 2022 as well, because they have to ship it out quarterly, and the refills and all of the, you know, the fucking pre-orders are all sold out. I can't even get my hands on one anymore. So this is going to be absolutely insane. The community has been saying a lot of things about the Valve Steam Deck. They've been talking about how it's the Nintendo Switch Pro, how they're talking about how it's going to be better than Nintendo Switch. And this is one thing that I wanted to talk about primarily because everyone seems to be dissing Nintendo Switch OLED for reasonable understanding. You know, I mean, it's not too much, but I want to talk about how this is something that's actually good for Nintendo. When you think about all the companies that Nintendo has to fight, you don't really think about PlayStation or Xbox that much. You know, you don't really see them because they're not offering a handheld hybrid console in their market. PlayStation and Xbox have been known to hold their own family home consoles, you know, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X. And the fact that Nintendo has been doing things different has put them under the speculation of everyone within the gaming community. Everyone looks at Nintendo to keep innovating, keep doing different things, keep trying. But with the current Nintendo Switch, which was a huge success, and it still is till this very day, they still want Nintendo to get off their ass and actually do something meaningful with the system to make the quality of life on Nintendo Switch something more beneficial for the users itself. Because I mean, look, dog, like, what the fuck is this shit? I'll go right here to the theme. Bitch, there's only two fucking themes. There's only two themes on it. Nintendo Switch has always needed a competitor, a good competitor, not just some cheapy knockoff, attach a phone, tablet, and all that type of crap competitor. I'm talking about a legit one, and I think that Valve will be able to bring that to the table, especially with the Steam Deck being able to double as an official computer. You know, you plug it in and you can play your games on the computer. It's literally a mimic of Nintendo Switch, but with more power and more collections of video games. So this is gonna have to encourage Nintendo to get off their ass and do more with the system, just because they have someone competing with them. They've already went out and they've attacked Nintendo. They told us that the Valve Steam Deck is going to do its best and that they're gonna engineer it so that it won't get Joy-Con drift, a big problem that this motherfucker right here has on a consistent basis. And it's something that Nintendo still hasn't fixed with their new line of Nintendo Switch OLED. So I'm very excited to see this. I'm very happy to see that Nintendo is getting a competitor inside the scene, because you guys gotta believe it. You know, competition is what sets the bar for many companies to go out and do great things. So this right here is good for Nintendo. They just need to make the right moves and actually do something to compete against the Valve Steam Deck. Obviously, one thing that's going to keep Nintendo on the Nintendo side is their third-party titles. Mario will never exist on anything else except like with the partnership of Sega, but it won't exist on any other console. You know, you'll never see Mario unless it's an emulator on anything else. And that's probably what's going to keep Nintendo's head steady for the moment. But they have to understand that first-party games are not going to hold Nintendo Switch alive anymore. They have to do something more. They have to branch out, connect, be more communicative with the community, apply the quality of life updates that fans have been asking for. Not just because of the fans asking for them, but just for the sake of Nintendo Switch's preservation, since they have announced that they're not planning to do any more console updates on Nintendo Switch after OLED. Now, do we truly believe that? I don't fucking know. Nintendo is sporadic with their decision making, but we'll see along the lines. I think it's going to be a couple of years until we get another massive revamp, or until Nintendo drops a full-scale console and does what everyone else is doing in the market. Overall, though, I want to hear what you guys and gals think about the Steam Deck. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's going to make for great competition with Nintendo? And how do you think Nintendo is going to act about this situation? You know, I hope that Nintendo fires back with some fire. You know, they actually do shit that makes them get off their ass so that they can compete in this market. But overall, I just want to hear what you have to say. Thank you all for watching. Again, I appreciate everyone for sticking through to my videos. You know what to do if you enjoyed. Hit that like, that subscribe button, grow the JT community. And without a further ado, you guys take care and peace out.